She dumped the man who loved her, only to discover the truth about his life. What she thought was a simple boyfriend was hiding a fortune, a genius mind, and a heart she could never replace. Wait until you see what she discovers online. This twist will shock you. If this is the first time you are watching my video, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out anytime I uploaded a new video. Lena loved the finer things in life. Designer handbags, luxury dinners, and social media likes that showed she was living her best life. To her, love and money were inseparable. A partner should be both romantic and a provider. She measured herself and her relationships against her friends' glamorous lives, feeling constantly inadequate if she didn't match up. In her mind, Mark's simplicity clashed with her dreams. His modest clothes, old car, and low-key lifestyle embarrassed her among her friends. She convinced herself that love without luxury wasn't real love, that her feelings were secondary to her ambitions. Lena began making mental lists of all the ways Mark failed to impress her socially or financially. Every time she saw another couple flaunting wealth, it reinforced the idea that she was settling. Deep down, a pang of guilt flickered, but she quickly buried it beneath her desire for status. Mark loved Lena for her laugh, her curiosity, and the warmth she brought into his life. He valued loyalty and honesty above all else, believing that a strong relationship didn't need luxury to thrive. He noticed her fascination with wealth, but chose to respect her feelings rather than confront them. Mark lived modestly by choice, not necessity. His one car and simple wardrobe reflected his belief that money was a tool, not a marker of self-worth. While he worked hard, he did so quietly, focusing on long-term goals instead of immediate approval. He sensed Lena's growing frustration and insecurity, but remained patient. He hoped that over time, she might see the value in character over wealth. Unaware that her ambition for status was steadily widening the gap between them. One evening, at a high-end restaurant, she insisted Mark take her to. Lena's frustrations boiled over. She criticized his car, his modest job, and his lack of flamboyance, each word carefully chosen to sting. She wanted him to feel inadequate in the way she had been feeling. Her heart raced with a strange mix of relief and fear as she declared, "I can't keep dating a man with no future. Love doesn't pay bills." It felt like liberation to cut ties with someone she believed was holding her back. Walking away, Lena felt victorious and self-righteous. In her mind, she had made the logical choice, selecting a partner who could match her aspirations. What she didn't see was the quiet dignity in Mark's eyes as he let her go. Mark listened to Lena's words with quiet composure. He felt the sting of rejection but refused to argue or plead. His love was genuine, but he knew it was being measured by shallow standards, not by who he truly was. As Lena left, he whispered a soft goodbye that carried no bitterness, only sorrow. In that moment, he understood that revealing his truth about wealth or ambition would have changed nothing. It wouldn't have made her see him differently. Mark resolved to move forward without resentment. He would protect not just his future success, but his heart, knowing that someone who judged him by appearances was never the right partner. Weeks later, Lena began dating Ryan, a man who seemed to embody everything she had wanted: expensive suits, flashy cars, and a curated social media image. She felt proud and validated, believing she had upgraded her life. At first, everything seemed perfect. Fine dining, lavish trips, and constant attention thrilled her. She convinced herself she had made the right choice, ignoring small red flags and discomfort in favor of excitement and status. Slowly, cracks appeared. Ryan borrowed money, insulted staff, belittled her, often reminding her she was replaceable. The lifestyle she craved began to feel hollow, and a nagging unease settled in her heart. She started questioning whether luxury alone could fill the void she felt. During this time, Mark poured himself into his work quietly, keeping a low profile. He was focused on a long-term vision, building a startup that would eventually bring significant success. He felt no desire to flaunt wealth or brag, valuing integrity over social approval. This patience and discipline would soon reveal the depth of his character, which contrasted sharply with those who chased appearance over substance. Even after the breakup, he carried no bitterness towards Lena. His confidence in his values allowed him to move forward, knowing that the right people would eventually recognize his worth. One afternoon, Lena froze while scrolling on an online business article. Her heart skipped a beat as she recognized Mark's face, now adorned with the success she had once dismissed. The headline read, "Young tech founder sells startup for millions." Shock gave way to regret as she replayed moments of mockery and contempt she had shown towards Mark's modest life. The reality hit hard. Her pursuit of wealth had blinded her to true character. Overcome with shame, she reached out to Mark, desperate for reconciliation. Her apology was sincere but tinged with desperation, reflecting the painful lesson that status and appearances cannot replace love and loyalty. Mark's life had quietly transformed. His startup success brought him recognition and admiration. Yet, he remained grounded. The wealth he had accumulated was secondary to the personal growth and discipline he had cultivated along the way. When Lena contacted him, he approached the situation calmly. He saw her apology for what it was, a reflection of regret, not understanding. He was polite, yet emotionally distant, knowing the gap between them had grown irreparably. In meeting her, he affirmed the principle that character and integrity mattered more than material wealth. His gentle demeanor masked the lessons learned from both success and heartbreak. Lena confessed her regret in passing, admitting she had prioritized money over love. Tears streamed down her face as she asked for another chance, realizing too late that her choices had consequences. She reflected on the emptiness of her life with Ryan, the false thrill of status, and the authenticity she had abandoned. The lesson was clear. Chasing appearances leads only to disappointment. As she walked away from Mark, she understood that real wealth, character, loyalty, patience, reveals itself in ways that money alone cannot. Karma, she realized, had taught her a painful but necessary lesson. Mark listened as Lena poured out her regrets. There was no anger in his voice, only a quiet wisdom born of self-respect. He said gently, "I didn't lose you. You lost me when money mattered more than character." He reflected on the journey that had brought him here, from patience and humility to quiet triumph. His life now aligns with his principles, rewarding him with both success and inner peace. Mark walked away knowing he had protected his heart, his integrity, and his future. He had not needed wealth to define him. Instead, he had proven that true value lies in who you are, not what you show the world. What do you think about Mark's decision? Let me know in the comment section. See you in my next video.